Thank you, George. I always appreciate you coming out. You've been coming out to support us for many, many years, and we truly appreciate you, George. It's been 5 years? 4? Oh, 4. It's been quite a while. Yeah, well, this particular thing has just started. I started this a couple of months ago. I started it because Poetic Justice, which I started many years ago, ran every week except holiday weekends, and then they decided to change it to once a month. Well, New Westminster needs more poetry. Now, we're not Vancouver, like there's not other people to pick up the slack, so we need to have something every week. So I came out of my lazy mode and I thought, well, I better get myself going here. So I started this one up, and it's just started now, and I hope to have it built enough by October or November that we should be having quite a few, because it took a little while to build Poetic Justice too. But that's once a week now. Once a month, sorry. And we do need once a week. We need to press our literary work. So, before we get Terry up, I'd like to ask Marguerite, would you like to come up and read some more? Thank you so much.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'll read another little section. My narrator, who is sort of a shifting narrator, who's going through this landscape of clothing making and places where, into the past, and then she actually descends into a kind of fashion hell in the last section, which is kind of more dark and not that funny, but because of the way the clothes are made these days is not what it once was. But early on, she starts to travel through space and time and meets with a lot of very famous designers and people from fashion history, including menswear designers. You were asking earlier about men. And here she happens to get into a car with Coco Chanel, who is a very famous early 20th century designer. Even your ending was glamorous, Coco. How they carried you from the Ritz that last night, still elegant, still boyish, a jersey shroud wrapping your bony tan corpse. You were not dead. Only biological life had ended. Only 80-odd years of scrambling, surpassing, forgetting the orphanage, spidering up the endless silk thread of taste. That very day you enjoyed a drive, crisscrossing Paris with an aggressive foot on the gas, not deigning to stop in neighborhoods that belonged to the new crowd, to Saint Laurent or Jane Birkin or Lagerfeld, leaving them to cough on your exhaust as you enjoyed how the river, the bridges, and oyster gray sky complement January in your city. By then, nearly cleansed of the residue of war, Nazi schemes, early century poverty you were born into. I see now that you drove despite feeling unwell, rarely smiling, which did not suit you. Your every turn said, genius is not enough. A woman must take control. Weakness, a rodent to be crushed under tires, replaced by smooth outer metal, tank-like, an image no one can puncture. No dirty velour or hand-me-down pajamas, no standard issue jumpers. Only nuns' chain belts where keys to secret rooms once dangled, allowed to survive, rendered as charms to highlight your suited waist as you steered well within your power. Shifting gears though, still that noise making me block my ears, the empty stomach, sex work, Nazi telegrams, names of the dead angrily spoken once more. Which of your lovers, minders, friends stood with the Reich, following your lead? You hit fifth and the smoothness resumes, custom leather wheel casing in your grip, damp, cold air pouring in, soothing these things away. Your pursed red lips relaxing, your longevity, no accident. You knew so much. Every fabric's movement, every weave and bias, detail and hem, how leather quilts for oaths, how pants should sit during car travel, on airplanes, when blouses should stand stiff at the collar, and when they should drape into a cowl over a handsome clavicle, what plain garments could sign for, what men's tailoring could do for women, what freedom fitness could buy. You spoke aloud to Paris, I made these things, I have spoken, I have never been afraid. But the wind whips through the window and steals your words, parches your throat. You returned to the hotel, the valet parked the car, the concierge saw you to your room where the ties over raw silk drapes reminded you, unfortunately, of the low ponytails of the orphanage. The orphanage, to which you returned nightly, which the domed silver serving piece you removed from over your soup could not contain. You ran an arm across the tray, sent it splattering into the stone fireplace, changed into pressed menswear pajamas, pulled back the down duvet, got in, closed your eyes, and died.